Okay, let's think about this for a second. What if you can navigate your entire digital life with just one single secure key? Today we're going to break down this really fascinating blueprint called UID. It's an idea that could completely flip the script on how we interact with the internet. But before we get into the solution, we have to talk about the problem. And it's a problem we all deal with every single day. Let's be honest, our online identity is a complete and total mess. It's this chaotic jumble of usernames, passwords, and accounts that's just so frustrating compared to how simple things are in the real world.
I mean, think about it. In the real world, it's pretty straightforward, right? You've got one driver's license, maybe one passport. That's you. But online, oh man, it's a total jungle out there. We're juggling dozens, maybe even hundreds of logins. Our personal data is scattered all over the place, and we are constantly having to prove we are who we say we are. It's exhausting.
And look, this isn't just about us being annoyed or wasting time trying to remember passwords. For governments, for big institutions, this digital disconnect creates massive, expensive, and frankly, risky problems. You see, the system we're using right now, it's basically built on tech and ideas from a different era. It's slow, it's super expensive, and it's just wide open for fraud. We're talking about these ancient, clunky government computer systems, mountains of paperwork that someone has to type in by hand, and this totally confusing mess of different ID numbers for everything. One for taxes, one for your passport, you name it. It just gums up the works for everyone.
So what's the answer? Well, there's a proposal on the table called UID, which stands for Unified Identity. And probably the best way to wrap your head around it is to think of it as a master key. Or even better, a true digital passport for your entire online life.
So at its core, a UID is designed to be a single, super secure digital ID that's directly and verifiably linked to you, the actual person. And it's built on two really important principles. It's decentralized and it's privacy first. The whole goal here is to finally build a secure bridge between who you are in the real world and who you are online.
And this is the part you really gotta get. This isn't just another login for a new app or social media site. The vision here is for a single, official, state-recognized digital passport that you can use for pretty much everything online, from filing your taxes to signing a legally binding contract. Okay, so that all sounds pretty good in theory, but how would it actually make our lives better? This is where we get to the good stuff and see how our daily routines could become a whole lot simpler.
Just take something like applying for a business license today. It's a total pain, right? It's slow, it's all paper-based, you're filling out form after form, mailing in documents, and then you just sit there and wait for weeks while somebody manually checks everything.
Now, let's replay that scenario with the UID. That same process that took weeks, it becomes secure, it's all digital, and it's instant. You log in, you sign with your secure digital key, and boom, you're approved. The whole thing is over and done in seconds, not weeks. That's a game changer.
And this kind of efficiency could scale up to much bigger areas of government. Imagine welfare payments that are absolutely guaranteed to go to the right person, which would basically eliminate fraud. Or picture modernizing government tech without having to spend billions to rip everything out and start over, because UID can just act as a smart, modern layer right on top of those old systems.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking. A system this powerful that connects so much stuff together, that has to raise some really big questions. Like, what about my privacy? What about the security of all my data? And that's exactly the right question to ask. Okay, this is a really critical distinction. Right now, most of our sensitive data is stored in these huge, centralized databases. They're basically a giant honeypot just waiting for hackers. But UID is designed to be decentralized. That means there is no single giant database to hack. Your data stays with you on your own devices. That completely eliminates that single point of failure and massively boosts security. And here's where it gets really clever. To solve that privacy puzzle, they came up with this two-part system. You'd have one core ID. Think of this as your official, verified self, the one you use for the serious stuff, right? Banking, taxes, voting. But then, for everything else, your social media, online shopping, forums, you could create as many anonymous sub-IDs as you want. And none of them would link back to your real, official identity. It's the best of both worlds, accountability and privacy.
This brings us to one of the most powerful privacy features. Think about this really common situation. How many times do you need to prove you're over 18 online? How do you do that without handing over a picture of your driver's license that has your name, your address, your exact birth date on?
Well, the answer is some pretty mind-bending cryptography called a zero-knowledge proof. It's basically a way for your UID to confirm a fact to a website, like, yes, this person is over 18, without ever revealing the data behind that fact. Your actual birth date stays completely private, always. It's incredible.
So when you have this level of secure, private identity verification, the implications go way beyond just making life more convenient. If a system like this were ever implemented, it could fundamentally reshape our economy and even how we participate in our democracy.
Take the economy, for instance. Right now, it's really expensive and complicated for small businesses to securely verify their customers online. But if you provide a free, ultra-secure verification layer for everyone, you could dramatically lower the barrier to entry for startups and small companies, helping them actually compete with the big tech giants.
A system like this really becomes the backbone for all sorts of future innovations. I mean, think about it. You can't really have a secure central bank digital currency without a rock-solid identity system. You definitely can't have truly trustworthy online voting. UID could provide that foundation, making one person, one vote a cryptographic certainty, and even giving us better public policy through real-time but still anonymous data.
When you boil it all down, the whole philosophy is actually pretty simple, but really powerful. Verification for the state, anonymity for the citizen. It's about designing a system that meets the legitimate security needs of a country while fiercely protecting the fundamental privacy rights of every single person.
So, what we have here is a really compelling vision for a more secure, more efficient, and way more private digital world. It's an incredibly powerful tool with just enormous potential. And that leaves us with the final question. It's not about whether it's possible, it's about whether we as a society are ready for it.